Alrighty, so here we are back playing some more Tropico 6 finally. I had the flu and then I got bronchitis, so I was sort of out of commission for like 2 weeks, but today I was feeling well enough that I figured that I should get back into another series. So for this first series back, I definitely want to revisit the tourism island, which it's been a while since I played, but let's go ahead and, well, real quick, I'm going to fix up some stuff. Okay, so I think that is everything. Pirate difficulty, everything's pretty plain, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so amongst other things, something pretty neat that I did was I went into OBS and I figured how to change the keybind settings. So now I can press the function keys to turn off and turn on the recording, which should help with quality amongst other things. So what I want to do is make a bit of a well-off island, and so first things first, let's demolish up all of the housing, even this housing. The bar there's probably gonna go as well. Okay, so there's all that. Let's go to the wages, plantations, bump it all up. We need to bump up the construction office here. The dock can go to the middle setting. This can go down a setting. Let's keep this on the max setting, put help first, preach later. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now, the last time I attempted this series, I didn't want to build like the same old city blocks that I always build, but in hindsight, I think it probably would have been best. So let's go ahead and just get the palace here and relocate it simply as far back as we can. And let's construct a road all the way down like this. Demolish up every other last bit of roads on the island. And I'm thinking we start our road system from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then up 5. Okay, so there's that. Let's get our chapel here. I'm thinking here will be a good spot. Let's go and get this Teamster's office. Can relocate it to look like this. And then let's build some roads over. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get this plantation, just get it out of the way for now. I'll come up with a better spot for it momentarily. I kind of want this building to be, so here, I want it to be here. Okay. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, there. Come all the way down around this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so I'm liking the way this is all looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we'll figure out what we're doing with that later on. We can build a road up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I could go and build out this area, but I definitely want to build a bit of a very simple multiculture plantation all throughout here. We need roughly 5 different crops for this to be net positive. And so let's go ahead and decide what we want to do. I'm thinking 2 sugar plantations would be pretty nice. So let's do one. Oops, I messed that all up. Okay. I'm thinking we'll have an actual sugar plantation here and one here. So cancel that one. So sugar is going to be one of our 5. And then we want the 3 basic crop types. And I'm more than willing to sacrifice a bit of efficiency. Just to sort of help get this little plantation up and running. So I suppose corn can go there. Bananas and pineapples. So pineapples, of course, can go to this one. Looks like we have enough room for a 6th. Yeah, pineapples go up there. Bananas can go here. No. So we have sugar. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 different crops here, which means we just simply need one more. And cotton, rubber, tobacco. Can we fit cocoa? We can fit cocoa. Let's do a cocoa. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. Build up the road onto here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so we'll quick build quick build these up until we have more vacant jobs than unemployed people. So let's go ahead and do a sugar, and let's do a banana. Okay, neat. Max out their budgets, change these all to multiculture. So now we have roughly, mostly like 100 efficiency on all of these, which is really good. Let's check upgrades. I don't really think that there's anything. Ooh, the only downside is that this plantation way over here, this pineapple one, isn't going to reach, I think, 2 of them. And that kind of really sucks. I mean, let's quick build these just so I can get a sense of what's like going on here. It's kind of looking like we could fit it here and everything will reach it then. Just want to, like, once we set up these plantations, they're probably going to sit here forever. Like, we're never really going to come back through and change anything. And so we kind of want them to be just as efficient as possible in our initial little setup here. Right here, and then maybe we can fit some ranches in this area. Yeah, look at that. Some cattle ranches would fit nicely here. Looks like we can do 2 cattle ranches. Neat. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and, honestly, I could demolish and then build this down. Build a road in here just to cover up that blank spot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build that on this way. Okay. Looks a little wonky, but like, I don't want to connect it. I guess I should, honestly. I don't want to connect these 2 straight across because it's going to create like a weird little curvy road, but I guess it's okay. Alrighty, and so we might come down through here, building up more stuff. It just depends. But either way, let's go ahead and start building up some very basic housing. We're also going to do no free lunch. Everyone should be having a job on our little island here. Okay. We could also, with 2 sugar plantations, we could rather easily set up a... let's quick build this, just make sure everything's getting each other's bonuses. Multiculture, yet look at it, reaches all of them. They all reach it. Okay. So now everything's reaching everything else, which is what we wanted. Let's go like this. And up. And let's do this and another little wonky curvy road. Okay. So that's looking good. Not super duper efficient with our spacing, but it'll be okay. And yeah, this is definitely a pretty strong little start here for our little island. Let's go through and pause what we don't need. So we don't need like 2 job sites here. Go ahead and pause the pineapple up. Let's pause up a cocoa. And we could probably get away with another one, but I do want to leave roughly 10 job slots open. Okay. Let's go ahead and control click all of these, make sure their wages are all the way up. Okay. And so it's probably going to be in our best interest to, first off, let's go customize El Presidente's palace. Let's do orange. Orange and red. This is kind of looking a bit dictatorshipy, but I think it looks nice. Window style. I'll go with this one. Pompous. Let's do... I like stucco walls. It makes the red really pop. Rooftop extension. Just make it luxurious. Peacock garden. Yeah, I guess a peacock garden is pretty luxurious. A gazebo. Let's do a fountain. Okay. So now let's go to El Presidente himself. Honestly... Banana Republic. Oh yeah, that's the one. There we go. So there's some cool shades. There is. Nice. Okay. Oh, there's a pharaoh. That's funny. Goatee. Okay. Most importantly, the traits. So, real quick, I'm going to go through and see if there's any traits that I think would fit well with this island. Okay, so I think the Savant perk is going to be our best bet. Potentially Big Spender could also be good because of all the luxury entertainment buildings that we're going to be constructing in the future. We might go back and change this, but for now, Savant is definitely going to be our best option. So, let's go ahead and exit. Now that we have everything set up pretty well for El Presidente. And we're also going to want to go ahead and construct our first library. That'll just be nice to have. Start gathering up some research points. And let's go ahead and construct a newspaper. All of our housing is going to be sort of in this area, within these like neighborhood outlines. So let's go ahead and construct one here. Want to know how far it reaches down that way. Maybe we can build just industry out this way or something. Sort of like we did last time. Either way, newspaper, library. Everyone's going to be well off, so let's go ahead and do a theater as well. I think we can fit this here. Let's check out how many educated people we have. We only have 6. And 2 of them are here, so 4. Let's quick build all of this. Kind of expensive, but it's better to know now exactly what we need. So 3 in the library. We can go with the lowest budget. That'll still give them a well-off wage. Yeah, so then we have 1 extra space after the library gets filled up. So we need 5 workers in this building and 4 workers here. Let's go ahead and max out the budget. $97 per month. Kind of expensive. And let's put this on the independent. Very good. So now all we need to do is build up country houses. Build up little neighborhoods. So this is a design that I typically like doing. Each of these is worth 2 households, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different households times 2 is 16. There's 23 homeless families, which means 4, 7. We need 7 more, what's it called, spaces for families. And because we need 7 extra households, that means a total of 4 additional houses here. Country houses. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. So now let's go ahead and simply tile out, I would say, let's do 1 more whole neighborhood out this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. So now let's go ahead and put in some very generic not neighborhoods, but just some parks. Give everyone sort of a front yard and increases the beauty nearby. Perfection. I like it. So now this island should be absolutely tip top once everyone fills into their job slots. Oh yeah, in terms of research, first things first, I want to get child allowances just to keep everyone well off and up, and everything else should be absolutely perfect once things sort of get along a little bit further. Along this right here, this like 2 gap wide space, we'll build just like some very simple housing all through here, and that'll be fine. Same thing with this will probably turn into some sort of neighborhood, and we'll try and keep most of our buildings for our population centered around here. And then just like the last time that I attempted this, I do want to eventually move everything onto this island. I did really like having like all of our food production and plantations, the hydroponic plantations all set up here. That was a good spot, I think. So we'll do that again. Sort of set up some neighborhoods here. We won't build a Colosseum of Rome. We'll try and keep Liberty up really high, keep the population as happy as possible. I'm going to take this series quite a bit slower than the last time I attempted this. Just to keep everything like as perfect as I'm able to. Plenty of vacant jobs. May have the perfect amount of educated Tropicans to like educated job positions. Homeless families are up, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That whole neighborhood needed to be constructed. Let's lower the budget on all of this housing. In the first era, the happinesses don't matter too much. Ooh, perfect. So she wants us to build a tavern. So we go to the tavern, we quick build it. We take our 10 revolutionary immigrants, and then we demolish it. So if she comes back and asks for another one, then we'll be kind of really set. That'll be like 20 whole new revolutionaries, like very, very quickly. Okay, things are looking up. Propaganda's already working a bit. Check on the wealth. I reckon this is just because people don't have jobs quite yet. Yeah, you got like 13 people without a job. Plenty of vacant jobs for them. Let's go ahead and queue up another neighborhood then. Very nice, and just like the rest of the neighborhoods. Oof, that was the wrong one. We'll just do the same one there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Library's producing us a fair bit of research points knowledge. Well, not yet. Oh, there it goes. You know, every little bit is going to help out. And having the savant perk is definitely going to be nice. It's giving us free raid points, free knowledge points. And we're influencing the entire population. It would be a better idea to simply have everything constructed. Let's actually do more hands for this. Fulfill an export with the crown. Not really worried about that. We should be able to, with a well-off island, as long as you're on top of the revolutionary demands, then you'll typically make it to the next era pretty quickly, because like things are just going to be working very, very smoothly. Your newspaper will be on max budget usually, and that's lots and lots of propaganda for you, which right now we're not really getting a whole lot, but usually that's what ends up happening. So now it's time for simply chilling. We should probably get another Teamster's office down. So let's go ahead and find a good spot for that. Kind of like the spot here. There would be good. Somewhere sort of tucked away, out of the way. Population, plenty of vacant jobs, probably due to the fact that, yep, these two have finished. Let's pause them up. And that should keep things a bit closer to 0 and 0, which is good. And pretty soon we could look to unpause one of our plantations. Let's go ahead and unpause one now. Well, we have over 10 vacant job slots, but there's going to be, I think, 10 new people showing up. But yeah, let's unpause. Like, in addition to the people moving onto the island, I think that there's going to be 10 additional ones. So yeah, we have 18 people moving in. So we're still pretty close, honestly. And what is this? Once all of these houses are constructed, then we should have a perfect amount of country houses, sort of to house everyone. So I think I'm going to go ahead and construct yet another neighborhood. So let's go ahead and do that. And just like the other neighborhoods, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, perfect. So everything is still pretty tip-top right now. Let's go and check on the support. 45 revolutionaries to 26, which is pretty good. Like, over half the like just over half the population is revolutionaries, so that should be pretty good. We should be able to pretty soundly make it into the next era, especially if we get like 1 or 2 more revolutionary demands. We have roughly 14 months, 13 months, so we're looking pretty good. In front of this plant, or this building here, let's go ahead and do this. And I'm kind of thinking a simple fountain right there. So child allowances has finished. Let's go ahead and turn that on.
Families. Everyone loves children. Well, everyone loves their own children. Other people's children are another matter entirely. But we can win some popular support by paying people to have children. The citizens will like all the implications of that legislation.
Okay, so once it's fully leveled up, the edict goes down to $1 per child per month, which is pretty good. This is just going to help keep everyone in the well-off class and up. The only reason we have 2 poor people right now is probably due to the fact that this guy's unemployed, and that's dragging down, yeah, his wife there, even though she works in the library. So maybe what we can do is try and give her more money. So that should push, yeah, everyone out of the poor class. We'll bump it back down once everyone's got a job, but just to help keep everyone out of the poor class for now. Unemployed, homeless families. Perfect. Let's try and encourage people to live in actual housing simply by deconstructing their shacks. Perfect. And we just want to make sure that everyone is being influenced by the newspaper. Produce corn, and we already have a corn plantation, so hopefully that will be constructed fairly quickly. We probably have enough room for, well, this has just gotten done. This is just finished. We could probably do with one more unpaused building. So let's go ahead and pause this cocoa plantation. And that should be pretty good. And so what I'm kind of thinking is we can sort of start to densify the population. So once we make it into the World Wars era, we can start building up apartments. And because we'll be building up apartments, we'll be able to fit a lot of people in a very short area. Like as we can see, we can fit, what is this? A total of 4 households in this 2x3 here. But with apartments, we'll be able to fit like 6 or like 9 or whatever it is. Let's see. 10 households. So we have 4 here, and that's over twice as dense with the apartments. So that'll be really nice, which means that we can like deconstruct whole neighborhoods and build just a couple of apartments. And once we start doing that, that'll free up a lot of space for doing all sorts of tourism stuff. And so last time I built the Colosseum of Rome, and admittedly this was a pretty terrible mistake. I figured that it would have been a good idea because we'd only have to worry about food and fun happiness, but ended up being bad because our fun happiness was really low because we had so many tourists that no one in our population ever had time or like there was just never space for anyone to visit any of our fun buildings. So it was overall causing massive detriments to the support of the island. And then the second one rebellion happened, it was just over. And so we need to try and keep the peace above all else. That is the single most important thing with this little island, is it needs to be incredibly peaceful. And so that is going to be the main goal of our entire series, is just peace, peace, peace. People moving in steadily, good. Homeless families, there shouldn't be any, but there are. Get a sense of where people want to live. Seems like a lot of people are moving away from our original neighborhoods, and they're moving into this one. Probably because it's closest to all these plantation job sites. Let's go through, make sure everything's on the max budget. Let's go ahead and check the work modes, make sure everything's on multiculture. 118 efficiency, 102, 117, 124, 105. So everything's got over 100% efficiency, which is really good. Let's check the outputs of different buildings. 1200, 1200, 1200, and then 1000, which means that we could probably use even more Teamsters offices. So let's go ahead and construct another one. Kind of thinking there would be a good spot, but I don't want to. And I will do it. But you know what we could do is here. I like that spot. Okay. We'll just let it get constructed up. Very nice. So everything's coming together pretty well. We could probably lower the budget back down pretty low here on that building, and the population should still be, yep, everyone's still well off, which means that that lady's spouse, whoever it was, ended up finally getting a job. Everyone can come visit the theater, newspaper, everyone's living in a home, almost everyone at least. Things are looking up. So we just want to steadily cruise into the next era, and then the next era after that. And once we make it into the Cold War era, that's when we'll really start getting down the tourism. And I might kind of keep things just super plain. I might even kind of copy this design here out into another island to help make us into the next era. And then we'll wait until we have access to tourism to finally start making the living quarters very dense. Okay, so Teamster's office, very good. We'll just, yeah, let's go into ×4 speed. Like, it's just gonna be a lot of waiting right now. And we just want to keep checking residential occupancy, making sure we have plenty of housing. And we just want people to quickly start moving stuff around. Leather's trending down, I guess. That's okay. Meat, banana. That's not good when a lot of things are going down. It just means there's a lot less money in like the game world for us. Bananas, we're making bananas. Meat, we'll be making meat soon. Leather really sucks because that's what we can do with all the extra hides here. I mean, it's kind of whatever, but it does really suck. Oof, we're really close to making it to the next era. Really, really close actually. Let's check our residential occupancy again. Still looking good. Let's actually check workforce occupancy. That's looking totally fine still. Check the numbers there. Vacant jobs, plenty. All crop conditions are decreased by 40. What is this? Let's go and unpause one of the cattle ranches. Bump it up to the second, or to the max budget, honestly. Yes. Oh no, I paused a building right as people moved in. That was pretty terrible for me. That just means those 4 people are going to kind of not have a job for a while. But that's okay. Not the absolute end of the world. Let's go and unpause this cattle ranch actually. We want these on pasture prohibition. Okay, perfect. Upgrades, we could maybe get manure fertilization if we can affect 2. So if this ranch can reach 2 plantations with manure fertilizer, then I think it's worth picking up. 1 is like kind of worth, but 2, which as we can see we can affect 2, that's going to be really worth it. So these 2 plantations should have a pretty decent efficiency eventually. I wonder why it's so low right now. Blight, oh the blight. Fertility, the soil degradation shouldn't be going up anywhere. So you can see it's not, so that's good. Because we have everything on multiculture, and the ranches are now on pasture prohibition, so quality should remain pretty good. Kind of forever, so this area is like totally tip-top for the rest of the playthrough. Like I said, eventually we will probably change this around a bit, but for now we're sort of chilling, which is good. Could probably go through and build up another neighborhood, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and do that, this, that. And let's go ahead and put in our very standard parks. Just like that. Cool. Everything is tip-top still. I'm kind of thinking we should do another Teamster's office here. Maybe one kind of go in the opposite direction. That could look sort of neat. I'm just going to put this on low priority. Get the neighborhoods up first. $5,000, and just like that, we're into the next era.
Love you almost as much as I do, Governor. We have such exquisite taste.
Nice.
Excellent. I knew you had a good head on your shoulders and would want to keep it there.
Backwaters. We're not a backwater. We'll show you.
Greet my fearless leader for the first time as El Presidente.
Nice. Okay. All citizens vote, of course, and we're going to go with pacifist state. The pacifist state is to try and just keep the peace, decreases rebel threat buildup by 75%, which is really, really good, and increases standing with all superpowers, helping us get better deals, keeping foreign powers from invading. All citizens vote, again, this is just to help with rebellion. Wealthy citizens vote. Broke and poor citizens' chance to turn rebel increased by 10, which isn't a good thing for us. Open ballot elections. Again, those with an approval below 45 might turn rebel, with a chance of this increased by 10. So these two have a higher chance of rebellion. So all citizens vote and pacifist state. Very, very good. Let's go into ×1 speed here. And it's probably about time that we finally set up our first grocery. So let's go ahead and consider where we want this. Kind of thinking here. Could also do here. And then let's build up our first clinic. Let's go ahead and demolish our chapel. And we can demolish up the parks around here. And because we just demolished that, we can build up a fancy new church instead. I don't really like it. I would rather it face the other way, actually. And we can build just a number of parks down through here. Let's do that. And we can fit some parks here, creating sort of like a little plaza, which will look nice, I think. Kind of thinking, I guess something like that with, that might look good. Let's go ahead and quick build all of this up. The church will go with the max budget, 75, service quality is pretty good. Grocery can go with the max budget. We'll give it a little bit of time for food to actually get stocked into the grocery, and then we'll start changing our plantations to disallow local consumption. So, and because we deconstructed our chapel, which was the only way people were getting healthcare happiness, we now have access to a clinic, so that's nice. Let's max out the budget, get the upgrade for it, and just like that, all of our population's happinesses should skyrocket. Let's go ahead and bump the country houses budgets up a bit, just to give us even more support. And we want our overall happiness to be hopefully above the Caribbean happiness, so we'll aim for 50 for now on everything. That should be fine. Very, very good. Now that we made it into the next era, let's go ahead and research the newspaper. Very good. Get it right away. So I'm thinking we should do deals in profit, do capitalism. I figure that the capitalists should support an island set up around tourism, so all the touristy buildings and then all the well-off housing and whatnot. So that'll be nice. Clinic. Okay. Unemployed. Need some additional housing. Homeless families looking alright. Let's see if there's actually, I believe there's a mine over here. Mine deposit. There is. There's a coal mine. And even an iron mine. This is sort of telling me that potentially we could construct a coal mine to make a electric building, whatever it's called, the coal power plant. And I think with all this iron, we should have enough spare coal. Ooh, if we do 2, can we fit 2 here? We can fit 2. So because we can fit 2 here, we should do 2. And that should be good enough for our first steel mill. Now, why we'd want to build a steel mill, I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll just keep it simple, do 1. Maybe what we can do is actually, let's do 1 here. We'll build this up over here, and we'll just sell this iron, I think, for now. So what we could even do is do like a huge mining complex. Have this all set to the max budget. And just leave all of this iron for being exported. Nothing too fancy. Just keep it nice and simple. Cool. So that's looking really good. This is also telling we should build a bus garage. So let's go ahead and consider doing that. Maybe we can do even 2. Okay, so there's all of that. And I'm kind of thinking we can put them out front of the theater here. And 1 go to all the plantations and 1 go to those mines over there. Okay. We're also going to need a small bit of poor housing. So let's go ahead and construct our first bit of flop houses. I like that spot. And let's go ahead and do some very simple parks out here. Oh no, this is that divot. There's the divot from the previous playthrough. Last time I tried this, it's really annoying. We can't construct anything there. That's okay though. Yes. Let's go ahead and throw some parks out in front of El Presidente's palace. No reason not to. I'm kind of thinking maybe 2 of these ones. And then maybe 3 of these. That looks pretty good. Alrighty, and so hopefully we're not spending too much money too quickly. With this brand new clinic, that's 78 a month. The church, 91 a month. A new grocery, 45 a month. Hopefully that's not going to cost us too much money. And then these new mines should sort of help cover that cost, hopefully. And we're probably definitely going to want some additional... Blight ended, that's good.
After discovering it was highly susceptible to cigar smoke, the mildew which has plagued Tropico was finally eradicated today. Speaking earlier, the officer in charge of the operation said...
You gotta love Tropico. All the little voice lines are pretty. They're just charming. Let's go ahead and put this on high priority. Get all of these new Teamsters offices done. We can just quick build the flop house. It's probably fine. We can max out the budget as well, which means that we actually won't make money off this building, but that's fine. We'll kind of even lose money. But there's only one, so I'm not really worried about that. We're making $20 a month off of, if you click here. Each of these green ones is $20 a month. So that's pretty nice. Yellow ones are like $4 a month. Red ones we're losing money. That is a-okay with us for now. Let's go ahead and check it on the population. We need more jobs. So they should start getting a lot of stuff done pretty quickly. In terms of research, is there anything else really that I want? I don't really think so. Labor policy, religion, and state, not really stuff we're worried about too much. We didn't really even... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip the festival grounds, the concert stage. We'll just go straight to the broadcast tower again. I think that'll be the best. We could build a high school. Could also skip it for now. Clinic, all that stuff's done. Oh, we need the commando garrison. What am I doing? Let's go ahead and get a commando garrison down now. So anywhere really far away we can build it, we can do it here. Okay, so we have that down. Let's also go ahead and do an embassy. So we can construct the embassy here, that seems fine. And put some parks out front just for a small bonus as well. So we're building lots of parks everywhere. And that is all going to help us get this done a bit quicker. Let's go ahead and just quick build the commando garrison and whatnot. Let's invite the allies. We'll praise them. Let's go and do a trade deal with them. Coconut, we can sell them corn, leather, meat, sugar. We can sell them sugar. Could also just sell them corn. Is there any imports that we can do that'll make them happy? If we can find another good import like that. Well, you know, we'll do this coffee import. And then we'll also do a corn export. $1,000, that's fine. And in signing all of that, we can now request an alliance. So now all we gotta do is sabotage the axes, which hopefully this building can get finished pretty quickly. Let's go in ×4 speed. Definitely want people to move into this building as soon as possible. If no one moves into it right before ship docks, then I might just hire in foreign workers. Build a bank, probably. So yeah, we are kind of spending a lot of money every month now. But that is okay, let's go ahead and just hire in people. Let's see how much we're losing every month. I'm not sure, I didn't see. Doesn't look like we're losing too much. Coffee import's done, very good.
Quick, Presidente, we must choose a side in this.
41, 43, down to 4. Okay, so we're making good money. We're totally fine here. Did we finish these? No. I want to build another construction office. I kind of don't at the same time. Max out the budget. We'll leave it on almost human protocol. And that's all probably fine for now. We can do coal preparation plant and the coal mine there. Let's go ahead and quick build these bus garages. We can place the ending bus stop one here. And this one, because it's on the left side, we'll have it bring people all the way out here. Max out the budget on those. And place the starting bus stop out here. Ending bus stop here. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, as people fill into these job slots, then should help move the people around a bit. We're running into more housing issues, so let's go and do just one flop house here, I think. Kind of like the idea of having that one there. And let's fill this area in with as many houses as we can fit. And of course, more parks. And out front of this place, of course, something simple like this, I think. Cool. Do we need to quick build these? I don't think so. Yeah, let's quick build it all. Make sure middle budget here, max budget. Okay. Could even maybe bump up the budget one on the country houses, but I kind of like the idea of making a bit of money, so we'll leave it as is. And so now, hopefully people start using our new bus garages, our new bus stations and whatnot. A little bit of a busy area here, which is nice. Shellfish, no longer trending, that's okay. As time goes on, like, these will be used more and more often. So it's just like a waiting game. In the beginning, people will like leave the work shift right whenever they almost pick up a bunch of people and just stuff like that. As you can see, people are leaving the bus stops. It's because the bus was on its way and then someone quit their work shift. Just little things like that. And so for reasons like that, that's why it's most efficient to put the starting bus stop far away and the ending bus stop actually the closer one, just to help with the, like, if someone shows up to work and they go and pick people up and then they make it like almost there, then they quit, then it's just not as efficient. I really hope that's true, because I've been saying that for like 6 months now. And I always figured that it was more efficient to do this. But anyways, we actually had this set up for like a couple months. We need 4 of these. The axes. Raids finished. Okay. So now we just need time there. We can ask for financial aid, just a fair bit of money in our pockets, that's fine. Local beauty, 83, that's good. Liberty, kinda lowish. I wonder why. Liberty on the island's looking good. Let's actually research the right to bear arms, and let's actually enact that. That's just going to be a humongous boost to liberty all over the entire island, and so that's always going to be a good thing. Even over here near a commando garrison, which is a pretty penalizing building in terms of liberty, it's still over 50, which is really good. So that's always a really, really good option if you want to have a peaceful island. Definitely have the right to bear arms. It is going to increase crime safety, or decrease crime safety. So as we can see, in some areas it's getting kind of bad, but I mean, it should be fine. As a matter of fact, can we build a police station? We can. Let's go ahead and consider building one of these up. Someone wanted to say something to me.
Making stuff is good.
We should, honestly, I'm thinking, build our first industry building. We should build the rum distillery. Let's go ahead and do it. I think we're making enough money to where it should be okay. And as we can see, this area is getting very busy. Lots of people using the buses, which is making the island just boatloads more efficient. More people moving around the island very quickly. Stuff like that. We can just leave this on the normal efficiency here. This house is on fire. It'll never get put out because we don't have a fire station. So we'll just demolish it now and reconstruct a new home in its stead. So yeah, island's looking really, really good. Making lots of money. And things are looking up for our little population here. The church is looking pretty full, which means that we could actually go through and build up another church somewhere. So I'll probably end up doing that. Let's go through and turn off allow local consumption on all of our little buildings here. We could also set up a building to turn our hides into actual leather. Let's see how much leather's going for. Hopefully it didn't tank too hard. Yeah, it's like kind of not really worth at this point. Maybe still worth, but usually it's like 4,500 for 1,000. Now it's down to 2,000, which isn't good. Kind of thinking, I like the idea of a church here. So let's go ahead and do that then. Can we fit a park here? I really, really doubt it. Oh, we can. Look at that. So we'll build a park there. Let the church simply get constructed on up. Go ahead and keep the population happy. And you know what? We should actually do shared seats on both the churches. Just because we only need to keep support over like 41 for now. And so this is still giving a service quality of 60, which is still pretty good. Max out the budget, shared seats. Okay. Could do pompous bells on both of these buildings just to get more people through the buildings quicker. That's all nice. Let's go to our police station, max out the budget. We could do second shift, that's probably okay. $100 a month for this whole building, kind of expensive. And we've been building a lot of buildings up that cost a lot of money. And we haven't actually been increasing production past couple of months. Let's go through to our buildings and make sure nothing has too much stuff stockpiled up. Doesn't look like it, which is good. I think these two plantations over here were a good idea. Or not plantations, sorry, the two new Teamsters offices over there. Check these all out. They're looking good too. Nothing too crazy. Nothing with like 1,000 stuff sitting around. Besides manure, but that's fine. About 6 months. We should honestly try and make it into the Cold War era by the end of this episode. I think that'll be the goal. Bacon jobs, homeless families. It looks like we need even more homeless or housing. So let's go and do, I'm thinking, now we can do a normal little neighborhood here. Instead of the other ones, I'm kind of thinking something like this. And just slap a park in between them. Oh man, why is the beauty getting so bad in these areas? Wow, it's really, really bad. Is it because pollution's getting bad? Sort of. Maybe that's the issue. That kind of sucks. I reckon upgrading these to the next tier of housing would decrease pollution, but like I said, we won't really worry about it for now. Any other production that we can sort of do? Something good. Can't really think of anything. Could do more plantations, but might not be too necessary. Yeah, we'll just leave production. We actually might even move into another island. That might be the move, like over here. We should be able to construct a bridge across here. Alrighty, so there's lots of room out here for some new logging camps. I just checked for mines. Doesn't look like we're that lucky in terms of mineral deposits. There's actually like none. So let's just construct up a number of logging camps. That should be totally a-okay. That should be fine there. We'll let that all get constructed up. And while they're doing that, we'll go ahead and do a lumber mill. And just like this, we can fit it here, which I think is a pretty neat looking spot. And I reckon we can even fit another park here. So let's go ahead and, oh, no we can't. Okay, that's fine though. And with this new lumber mill, we should be able to build up a boat producing building. I forget what they're called. A boat dock? Shipyard. We can build up a shipyard. Another sabotage complete. Very good. We're starting to lose a lot of money. This is telling that maybe we can decrease some budgets around. Now we need to leave that one up though. We can probably no, 17k going out. We are making good money in terms of exports, but we are kind of losing a lot of money. Let's go and decrease this by 1. That's okay, I think. Here we can leave that on the middle budget. Oh wow, a lot of new people out here. Let's construct a little neighborhood for them. I want the road to sort of have like as much running room as possible. So we'll do here. Over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And so let's go ahead and just slap down very simple country house neighborhood. You know what, maybe we should do our first apartment out here. That's probably fine. Let's increase the budget on all of the lumber mills. Check the population, plenty of vacant jobs.
Good job there,
Oh nice.
Presidente. Oh, very good.
Fulfill 4 trade routes with the allies. Very good.
The allies are now our allies too. Together, we will face the enemies. Who are our enemies?
We can import wool. That's alright. We'll go ahead and sign that one up. And let's see what else we can do. We can sell them some sugar, 3,200 units. We have 2 sugar plantations, so that's fine. What else we got? We got logs. I would rather not do this one though. Let's do this very simple meat one. 2,500, okay.
Tropico has ceased trading with a certain major superpower. The palace's statement? They don't trade fair, so neither will we.
Yeah, we just want to get these trade routes done as quickly as possible. And as soon as we make it into the next era, we can start building up tourism, which would be really nice. I think we'll leave sort of like this area over here alone. We'll just start like implementing tourism amongst all of this. Start deleting like neighborhoods, replacing with apartments, replacing them with hotels, putting in some entertainment buildings. This one theater's kind of served us well. Let's check out the fun happiness 56. Even though it's giving us a service quality 75, which means this one theater isn't quite enough for the population. Could use with another production building. We finished 1 trade route there. 10 months, so that this just refreshed, which is good. We could do cocoa. We have 1 empty deal. Sugar and meat. See if there's any imports. We can do coffee. That's a good one. Ooh, milk and nickel, which means if I get rid of, let's actually just buy another trade license. Do the nickel one. So we need to finish 3 more. The coffee and the nickel will pop on the next one, and then hopefully meat or sugar will finish pretty quickly as well. So we should be into the final or into the next era pretty quickly. And that'll be the end of our first little episode. We should build up another bus garage, have it sent over here. We should also build up a, what's it called at some point, fire station, but we don't really have the funds for that. Plenty of people moved into this place. Unemployed, homeless families, lots of homeless families. Okay, so apartments, we're making plenty of money off of these, so let's go ahead and construct another one out here. Considering the fact that the last one is making us so much money. And pretty soon we will start replacing everything with apartments, soon enough. Nickel, coffee, they both finished. They give us a demand, which usually doesn't happen. It's kind of weird. Let's see if either of these got moved along. Neither of them. Really? Which kind of sucks. Oh, it's because all of our sugar is being turned into rum. So really we're just hoping that the meat trade can get done. Hides, planks, rum. Looks like we're making good money. The meat trade, we need like 2,200 meat and 1 export. It doesn't look like we're gonna get it, so here we go. If we can find 1 import from them that's less than 1,000, we'll be into the next era. Oof, they didn't do it. They didn't give us what we wanted. Nickel? Let's see what we have hanging out in the dock. 1,300 planks, 1,400 pineapple, same thing with bananas. What about iron? Cocoa. We should set up a cocoa and an iron trade route, if anything. In the hopes that one of those two will finish up. So let's go back into times 4 speed.
That El Presidente hates bullies. So when superpowers try to bully Tropico, Presidente says, "No more trade for you."
Okay. I think we're ready enough for our first bit of housing over here. Apartment. Our first apartment building. So let's go ahead and construct it. That'll be nice. Plenty of housing slots, way more dense, and on top of that, it makes way more money than the the country houses here are making. They're making $20 per month for just one. This will make like close to $100 per month for just one of these if it's completely lived in. Nobody even wants to live in it. Oof. Oh yeah, we're running into elections finally. Let's acknowledge, I guess, healthcare. We'll praise our capitalists, blame no one, promise an improvement of nothing. We should be able to soundly win this election. Click on the broker. Okay. So, in 3 months we get more trade deals. We should get rid of the sugar deal. It's never going to happen anyways. And hopefully in these next 2 months, we can find a good import deal. Just need to wait for January. If we can get just one import deal that's less than 1,000 units of whatever the good is. There's cocoa or coconut or coffee or whatever it was. Good enough. Let's see, coffee. So, once this next ship shows up, we should be well into the next era, which is good. Apartments are getting fairly lived in. Let's actually... Oh, yep, there we go.
You'll never believe what happened. We won the war. Damn this thing. No idea how we did it.
The wars are over, Presidente. I would kiss you if it was not treason to do so.
Cool.
As the war ends, what should we think? El Presidente's office says no need.
No need. That's funny. We'll go 0 emissions. It'll be nice to we'll probably end up following or supporting the environmentalist faction. That'll probably be the most efficient. And then we'll probably try and set up, I hope that the intellectuals don't hate, like, tourism. I really, really hope they don't. Because if they end up hating tourism, then, I mean, they shouldn't. If they hate tourism and I try and support them, we'll just leave the last 2 factions alone. We'll support... I'll show you real quick. Separation of powers, no separation... Oh no. True separation. As much liberty as possible. Let's go into support. For the religious and militarist, I don't really care about either of these. We'll sort of just leave it as is. Just don't really support either side. But for the industrialists and environmentalists, we'll try and support the environmentalist faction, have our own influence towards this faction. And then for the final 2, we have conservatives and the intellectuals. We'll try and push everyone towards intellectuals, maybe. We'll just have to wait and see what they think about our tourism exploits. If they don't like it, then we definitely won't. So it just depends. But there is all of that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Lots and lots of fun. Finally feels good to be back, even though I do sound kind of sick, which is pretty annoying, I think. I wanted to wait until I was sounding like as normal as possible, but I just really wanted to get back into this. And so I'm not going to be doing daily uploads. I'm going to be doing uploads every other day. Reason being is that I want to do some work on some other videos that are going to be a bit higher quality, and so it's going to take up a bit more of my time. And there's also just some other just personal things that I'm going to be dealing with in the near future for the next couple months, and so I won't have too much time, but I still do want to get out as much content as possible. I'm almost up to 500 subscribers, so if you want to help support the channel, definitely consider subscribing. I'm going to be uploading all sorts of videos on Tropico, on just other city building games, and just all sorts of other games that I really like playing and whatnot. And so be sure to support the channel if you like the content that I'm putting out. And if you like the video, be sure to leave a like. Peace.